Okay, on to the next one. Cave Monster 101. CFN ID, I was walking down. So Cave Monster 101 rates his level in Street Fighter V out of 10 a 4 because I lack matchup knowledge, need work timing meaties, and don't know setups, among other things. Short-term goal with Street Fighter V is just to have fun. Long-term goal is to get to the point that I'm decent at games so I can compete with friends that are in Platinum. Okay, makes sense. Getting better at fighting games is a good way to have fun, to be honest. You just want to beat up your friends. I respect it. So lacking matchup knowledge, timing of meaties, and don't know setups, among other things. We'll probably see that in the videos, but I can tell you right now that this is just going to the lab. Matchup knowledge is a mix of both experience and the lab, but timing meaties, just practice it. Setups, go to YouTube, copy paste, practice them. This is the easy stuff. This is just like memorization. That's the plus about your situation. It's less ambiguous if those are your problems. All right, let's start with the replay that shows his weaknesses. All right, it's playing Alex and Silver versus a Chun-Li.
Fight.
Is this Chun-Li already doing V-skill? Okay, here's a jump. Oh, there it is. Wow. Oh my god. This tilted me so much. I know I'm analyzing your replay, but this tilted me so much. I gotta say, everything about this hurt me to the bones. He walked himself all the way to the corner and then immediately did V-skill out. I'm so proud of you for anti-airing right there. I'm so proud of you. Give yourself a 4. The 5 minimum for me. Good shit. Hey, let's go. All right, you didn't know the punish on the Tatsu, which would have the spinning bird kick, which would have given you the win. That's awkward angle. Yeah, learn the punish. Looks like you got some meaties to me. Let's see what happens when it goes downhill. I think you can convert from that. Okay, that was a little unnecessary, but I guess it worked out. And this dude woke up with the V-skill. I see what you mean about not knowing meaties. Wake up V-skill is not an option. Let me just do that. Okay, no need to do that move. You were doing just fine doing no special moves randomly neutral. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, that could be hard to challenge. Maybe you got bored and you just did a random headbutt for no reason, but let's maybe pull that one back a little bit.
I'm the trash man.
Okay. Oh, you're getting hit by the shenanigans. Not an optimal punish, but at least it was a punish. I think your problem is you're not using the tools available to you, and you're just not going through the motions right now. Right now, looking at this replay, Chun is doing forward throw on you. She's doing this forward heavy kick as a meaty, but she's -2. I know she has a 3-frame light kick, which is faster than your 4-frame jab, but she's -2. If you were to press your jab here, you would beat all of her buttons. And this situation happened a number of times, and you didn't know what to do. Awkward jump situation. Now he's just messing with you, doing random V-skill. Oh, almost had to call it Demon Dan. Let's go. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. That was meaty. Yeah, this is one of those instances, huh? Like, when I look at this match, I see a path forward for you that I don't see for this Chun. In an alternate universe where I'm doing the matchup, the replay analysis for this Chun player, I would tell this Chun player to stop doing V-skill ever. Never do that move ever again. Because you have not earned the right to use that move. All you're doing is gimmicky approaches and offensive tools. The players you're fighting are low rank and they don't know how to deal with it. But once you get past them, you're not going to know how to play the game. That's what I would tell the Chun player. You, however, you're playing a much more standard gameplay, and you're not really relying on any gimmicks. You're just trying to use your grounded normals, set up offensive situations, and capitalize on them, right? But this Chun is like mashing on wake up, mashing odd options like V-Skull on wake up, doing things that are extremely unorthodox and kind of objectively bad. Like a lot of these things are just bad options that don't beat anything, but they beat you because you don't know how to time meaties. You don't know how to time meaties, you don't know your punishes, and you don't know how to deal with the V-Skill. So basically, like, this is great because all you have to do, look at this replay you gave me and then look at the situations where you were lost and just go to training mode and recreate them. Start of the round, she does V-Skill. I know you were ready for the other ones, but you can just have her do this. Literally, neutral jump, V-Skill, record that, and then just practice anti-airing that at different angles. See what angles it works at, and then get a conversion. I think you can do the crouching fierce into like a combo. Just practice that. Just go through the reps in training mode. That way, when it happens in a match, it's instinctual. It just comes out. You know at this range, I'm good to go. And then here, I have no idea why he did this. He did a light spinning bird kick. I have zero idea in my mind why a player would ever do this in this situation. The one reason to do it is that your opponent doesn't know how to punish it, and that's who you are right now. All you gotta do is record the dummy doing spinning bird kick and then practice punishing it. See what your best combo is from there. That happens a few times. I think he does different versions of it. There's light spinning bird kick again. See, like you can practice crouching it so it whiffs and time it so that you punish her when she lands, or you can stand block it and get a lighter punish. Just figure out a real complete punish. But you can start to see how the gimmicks were and the randomness was kind of getting to you. You weren't taking advantage of it. Basically, you showed up to the pop quiz and you weren't ready for it all. You didn't have your meaty there, right? You did crouching fierce, and then they quick rise. You can record this. You can test this. You try to do lariat. What if you just walked up and pressed crouching light kick or standing medium punch, right? Just record the dummy waking up with 3-frame, quick rise or back roll. Just practice it from different knockdowns. Look at the animation, you know? Look at the animation and try to manually time it. That just takes practice. This was not something you want to do. The fact that the special move worked is kind of just pure luck. Like, there's no reason for that to have hit. If he blocked that and he was ready for it, he could have got a fat punish. But I know a lot of things don't make sense here. I'm freeze framing on Chun-Li doing wake up V-Skill into your lariat. Walk forward block. You could have walked up and blocked that and gained some ground. You could have also neutral jumped at that range and practiced the timing to go over it, because after neutral jumping it, you can walk forward even sooner. Basically, you didn't have to hold down back and build charge there. I feel like you just wanted to do this move. And right here, go to training mode, practice doing this move, set the dummy to quick rise and press 3-frame. Literally just practice this. What can you do? You did dash up, you're +6. What do you do if they quick rise? What do they do if they back roll? Maybe you have to react to quick rise or back roll and choose the move. Maybe on quick rise, you do dash up medium punch. And then on back roll, you walk up forward and do a delayed medium punch. Especially at silver, if you can get these meaties airtight from all these knockdowns and know what options you have on both quick rise and back roll, you'll start mopping them. That wake up V-Skill doesn't beat anything. You could have done walk up medium punch, you would have gotten smoked there. Anyways, I think I've seen enough of this match. You just need to learn the meaties from all your knockdowns and learn how to punish moves, and don't give up space when people are doing fireballs. I think you have a more solid game plan overall than that Chun, but you were just giving up space and you didn't have your meaties, so the Chun was able to mash out. That was the match that showed Cave Monster 101's weakness. Let's look at one that shows his strengths. Whoa. Oh, okay, a little ambitious there. It doesn't work from that angle, but that would have been hype. A little lucky on that. Not sure why he did crouching fierce. Okay, you got him scared. Nice. Good anti-air. Your anti-airs are pretty good. Good defense. I'm actually surprised that this is working underneath the fireball. I think the Akuma player is shocked. He can't believe the air fireball is not working. Alright, he went for regular jump. That's good on his part to just do regular jump. He's not... He knew he was supposed to sweep back, but he wasn't ready for it. Nice conversion. That looked like you had a meaty. Super? Kind of a stylish combo. Well, I feel like the only difference in this game was that you had some meaties. So I think this shows that you know how to convert your offensive pressure if it works out. I just think you're not as familiar with all the situations. So when someone plays super unorthodox and weird and starts mashing and doing strange moves, you're not always ready for it. This Akuma player is playing very traditional. The Chun-Li player was not. Like, I would say both you and this Akuma player are kind of better than the Chun-Li, but the Chun-Li just said, hey, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do, and if you're not ready for it, so be it. When I play this kind of players, I don't have to think because I get a knockdown and I just meaty them and I get like tons of free damage over and over. There's a certain level when you start trying to consciously decide what you do in a fighting game, there's going to be a time period where you actually lose to people who aren't thinking. They're going to present such wild options that you're not going to be ready for everything. But eventually, like if you keep thinking about it and practicing, you'll find objective ways to beat them, and then you won't lose to them ever again. So you're going through that phase right now. I can tell. You just got to find ways to tighten up your meaties. Practice your knockdowns. Practice those objective things. You'll definitely improve fast. All right. I think this will be the last replay we do tonight. Lesser. He rates his Street Fighter V level a 6 out of 10. I feel like I have a good basis of some fundamentals, anti-air spacing, decent execution, but I'm really slow at adapting in short sets and general decision making. What is your short-term goal with Street Fighter V? Coming from zoner characters Ryu, Sagat, Guile, I'm trying to learn Akuma to develop a familiar yet more offensive style. Smart play. Long-term goal is to get a consistent top 8 placing at my locals, eventually manage to compete at a high level. Okay. He's in it for the long haul. Let's bring up his first replay, which shows his weaknesses. This is Lesser versus a Grandmaster Chun-Li. Interesting start. Okay. I don't know why he did that kick. Oh, you got shimmied. Whoa. Good block. Okay. Ah, you were a little bit off the perfect spacing where you could DP that jump. Good backdash. Okay, nice activate. Is that a setup? If that was a setup, then you mistimed it, but I don't know what that was. I think that might have been a setup that you messed up. Oof. Hold on. What even happened this round? You walked into it. You stood into it. Oh, you're getting blown up by instant air legs. I like that spinning bird kick from Chun, though. That was pretty good. That tech was, yeah, that was not a good tech. And then instantly doing EX Fireball. You can tell he wanted to, yeah, that was kind of a panic move. You can tell he just wanted to take control again, force him to block something. Honestly, I feel like this Chun's offense is really good. So this guy was definitely playing well. However, a big source of all of this pressure comes from the fact that you're not willing to take the throw. Sometimes trying to always have an answer for a situation is worse than just down backing and seeing what goes on. Like, what happens here? You're teching. You were already teching 2 in the block screen also. That tech led to all that. You did a DP. I mean, it worked out, but you're doing something, right? A good block. That was just off in the fireball spacing. I'm pretty sure... Oh, shit, go back. Like, I'm not a Sagat expert or anything, right? So take my advice here with a grain of salt. What you should have done is walked back a little bit. This is where the match could have turned around completely. If you had taken a step back here, you would have been in that range where the fireball would hit later after you threw it, and you would recover fast enough to throw another fireball, and if they jumped, you would have DP'd. You're too close. You're a little bit too close here. And so the fireball hits right away, which means he's recovering sooner than you. And then you do that, and then if you were a little bit further back, you would have had a DP there and anti-aired that free. And you could have gotten the zoning game going. That's like a sweet spot with Sagat. All right, here it begins, right? You're trying to deal with the legs. You're trying to deal with it. You even teched here. Like, look what happened here. You even teched there. Like, you're just getting hit. So you're kind of like defensively always doing something. That could have been a DP if you were more prepared, but I think you need to recognize that you're getting your ass beat and just down back it out. You could have V-reversaled or something instead. This Chun didn't throw you a single time. The one time you block it finally and you try to take your turn back, EX spinning bird kick. I respect that so much. This guy's reading the pace so well. Finally checked him on the pressure because you blocked it for once, right? Oh, it's my turn. Let me do jab into my... Nope. EX spinning bird kick. That was a perfect offensive play, I think, for the Chun-Li. You really needed to do less. It was too little too late to do this challenge. Should have presented that way sooner. You're trying to do too much. Sometimes you just gotta block and see what happens. He didn't throw you. If you had just blocked, you would have taken no damage besides chip. He never threw you. Okay, so that was Matt showing his weakness. Let's try one showing his strengths. This is versus Shaka 2-2 using his Akuma, and his short-term goal is to be better offensively with Akuma. Nice DP. Could have been a back Fierce. You are playing Akuma. Everyone's replays against Sagat. Have you noticed this? Did every single person post a good replay versus Sagat? I guess except for the Alex player. Everyone looks their best against Sagat, huh? Nice. Now, is this you looking your best, or is this you beating up on somebody with a high rank? Good. Okay, nice. Okay. I don't think you had to spend bar there, but okay. Good awareness on the V trigger. Nice. Good cross cut. It's good that you demonstrated that. I mean, you know your DPs. I feel like you could have stayed in a little bit better there. Nice throw. Well, okay, a little weird. I feel like that was some Akuma unfamiliarity right there. Yeah, I mean, it's clear you have your anti-airs down. You got your cross cuts. I mean, that's more than I can say of myself, right? You definitely show that you can control the air very well. I think what you got to focus on next is controlling the ground. And with Akuma, what I think that you're not doing a lot of like standing jab from Akuma. You're not doing like standing medium punch buffered into red fireball. I feel like you're not really using all the tools yet. It kind of looks like you're still playing Sagat. That was good. And I think you did walk-up sweep here? Why would you do walk-up sweep? Yeah, like, you're lucky that he jabbed you here. Maybe walk up crouching fierce or walk up like standing medium buffer to red fireball. He has a lot of good mediums that are bufferable from a distance to red fireball, which knocks down on hit. But if they block it at a distance, it's safe. In this situation, I would have done maybe walk up standing medium punch. You're lucky that he interrupted your sweep. That was not a good sweep, I don't think. That's good. I like your throws. I do like your offensive selection with the throws. In a lot of situations, it's very good. You just need to be able to use your walk forward buffers from mediums, medium kick, and standing medium punch, and stagger crouching strongs. You need to be able to find your way to get in a bit more if you want to be more offensive. But I think you play this matchup fine because of the way the Sagat's player is playing. I mean, he's jumping so much. But if you want to be more offensive in general, I think you're going to have to go in more. What do you do here? Dash up, and then you back off. That forward dash was a little overzealous, so like, yeah, you didn't need to do forward dash. I think Akuma's walking medium kick and walking medium punch are so good. I mean, his forward walk speed is ridiculous. You could take advantage of that a little bit better. Overall, yeah, you can tell you have your fundamentals. I think you just need to work on your offensive pressure. And on defense, like that Chun match showed, you got to be willing to accept the times when you can't do anything about it and just block it out. Because if you block out your opponent's offensive pressure, that forces them to cut their pressure short and go for throws. For them to go to a throw, they have to be point blank. So if they're doing block strings and pushing themselves away from you, for them to throw you, they're going to have to walk or dash, which leaves openings in the pressure for them to hit you. Sometimes if you try to react to everything they're doing, you're going to end up walking into stuff. Like I can tell with that Chun, you have a reflexive action when they go into the air. With Chun, you just got to like let her move, but eventually she'll dash, and that's what you're looking for, the dash or something. You're definitely very fundamentally sound. I think if you can control the scrambles more and like block it out in V reversal. You didn't do any V reversals either. That can help a lot. Find moments for a guaranteed V reversal knockdown. Like on air legs, if it's too much pressure, just V reversal. It's worth it. And then on Akuma, you're definitely, you got solid anti-air, solid fireball game. Just, I would say, learn to use the walk speed instead of dashing, and then use your mediums and those buffers of red fireballs. That shit is too good. And yeah, you should be using back heavy punch, to be honest. You get more damage from back heavy punch combos. Back heavy punch to demon flip combo, and you get more corner carry, I believe, than DP. That's going to be a hard change as a Sagat player. You DP in situations where you can't do back heavy punch, but you can do back heavy punch in almost every situation as Akuma. You got a good base. You got a super solid base, so I think you just need to add a few more Akuma things and then learn to tighten up on defense and just go with the flow. Alrighty, well listen chat, it's a lot of fun doing these replay analysis. I hope you guys enjoyed the replay analysis. Hope you guys learned something from it. We'll do more in the future. I think it was a lot of fun. If you made it this far into the video, you might as well subscribe to the channel if you're not already. You know, it's weird that 50% of the people who watch my channel are not subscribed, but if you made it this far in, you must be enjoying the content. So, you know, might as well hit that sub button because we're going to have more of these replay analysis coming. So, thanks for watching. Until next time. Cut it.